Well, this doesn't look good. Greetings, ladles and jelly spoons, and welcome back to the city of Ridgeside, where today, apparently, we are admiring a bridge. I mean, it's a very pretty bridge, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's very, very beautiful. Yes, today, what we're actually going to be doing is I'm reworking this island. I had started developing it, just testing out a few things. I can't remember whether any of it made it into the last episode. I could go back and watch, but who's got time for that? Yes, today we're going to develop this island, and I want to walk you through my thinking when I develop anything. I know you watch me do this, well, some of you do, watch me develop a city and whatnot, and, you know, build things up, but I want to walk you through my thought process on why I do anything and everything. First things first, I need to decide what I'm going to do with this island. We have some... Well, we have a mixture of things. We have some potential wood and, you know, some fertile land and nice beachfront property looking over this these narrows. But what do we actually want to do with it? Well, I want to turn it into a small, well, almost a city in itself, you know, kind of like a Manhattan type thing. So what we need to consider first, what needs to be top of our priority list is access. We currently have this bridge. That is not going to be enough. I suppose landscaping would be another thing to consider, wouldn't it? Because it's not very level either. It's a bit hilly. We might want to fix that. Let's have a go at fixing that. Let's have a look, see. See how hilly it is? I might level that off, turn this into like a nice big plateau. Sort of, almost at sea level. What level is this at? 24, 20... Well, the sea is... Not sure what level it is at. Did I have a choice? Where are we? There we are. It doesn't tell me what level it's currently at, does it? Ah, that's unfortunate. Anyway, we'll go back to landscaping, wherever that is. It's there, isn't it? Right, let's give that a shot. Yeah, yeah, bit lower, bit lower, like that, like that. Just turns it into something something nice, I think. You know, it makes more of a mountain here, but I can live with that. You know, with a nice bit of mountain right there. Level that off. We'll have to work with the slope as well, but I want this to be more or less sea level. So, you know, this is almost a sea level city. What do I want? Maybe I should have leveled this off as well. Nah, because I mean that can be interesting. You can come around there and come back into it. That's one thing you could do. So yeah, I am. Where's this? That goes in there, doesn't it? Yeah, that's more or less it. So if I lift all of this, oh wow, that's something. I love the lag on that. I don't know why the game has suddenly started lagging either. It's just something it's decided to start doing as of late. Only when landscaping as well, which is really bizarre. So we've got that. Let's just soften that up a little bit. Maybe that'll make it easier to get down into it, especially here. You know, that little bit of softness there makes all the difference in the world. I'm going to level that off. Like that. There we go. Strength down to half. Just so I've got a nice little easy way to get into it. There we go. It's not the smoothest thing in the world, but it's a start. And I'm gonna level this off. I'm gonna bring this right up to here. So we've got like quite a sheer cliff on that side, just like that. So we've now essentially got areas we can build in, areas that are more or less level with one another, which should make development a bit easier. But it's not completely level, so it's not going to be completely dull. I mean, when you think of big cities, right, and the way that they get the traffic system and everything like that to work, what do? They create grids. But whoever, you know, the easiest way to do grids is on level land that fills out a square. But you can build a grid without right angles. Because I don't know, I just think right angles, I mean, lots and lots of right angles, like, I mean, we don't really have any, but like this, for example, that gets boring, which is why I made it curve out like this. And whilst I want to develop this island, I don't want it to be a grid. I mean, I want it to be a grid, but I don't want it right angles everywhere, you know? So we're thinking access. So we've got access at the top. Maybe access in the middle? What do you think? little bit of access in the middle. I mean, the water might take a while to settle as well. That might be a bit of a mess for the time being, but it wouldn't hurt, would it, having access to around here? So I would love to bypass that. Keep that roundabout for what it is, but just for that. But nah. See, I want access to the middle of the island from here, which puts it around here somewhere. But that makes a mess of all of this. You know, the roads here are not really set up for it. That nice long straight there might be, if I have it curve round and pop up here, maybe. What do you think? So I'm gonna landscape this so that it's the same. Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, we have to be careful not to interfere with those things. What are they called? Subways. That's the one. Right, there we go. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah, that's actually quite pretty. You know, created like a little depression. My land has a slight depression. It sort of levels out here as well, because the middle of the land isn't particularly high either. But what I can then do is then smooth this off, kind of like this. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to have a tunnel rather than a bridge. Why am I going to have a tunnel? Because I've spent all the time lowering that. I'd have to raise it again for a bridge. And it just flow nicely, wouldn't it? Coming out here. Do you think I'm going to do this? I mean, I could have it coming out of the roundabout, couldn't I? I could just replace that roundabout with a bigger roundabout. What do you think? So we'll come to back to the middle. What we also need to think about is access from this end. Okay? Now, the shortest point here is obviously over here. Over this. I would have to upgrade the shit out of this road. Maybe that makes sense. Should we give it a go? Should we upgrade this road? Yeah, let's upgrade this road and see what it looks like. We have a save to this point, so we can always go back and pretend, you know, this reality never occurred. But I think this is going to be... What is wrong there? What is wrong with that there? Oh, right, that's what it's done. Okay. You don't like that, do you? You don't like it. You don't like what I've done to the place. Right, let's see if we can be reasonable. I mean, we're both reasonable men, me and the city. I don't know why I think the city's a man, but you never know, it might be. Nothing female could ever be quite this argumentative. What if I've... Right, I'm thinking of a tunnel come through here, run round the edge here, because I want to try and not destroy this, because it's actually quite nice there. But my only solution might actually be to just do away with this residential area. Where is it? That's all part of that anyway. It doesn't matter. Alright, we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of the residential area. Let's just... Oh, actually, the bus... Yeah, we can't. There's a bus comes through there. I don't want to mess with my transport networks. Not with the glitch we were having. So I'm thinking we're going to have to go through, aren't we? I want access to the bottom of the island, just so all the traffic isn't coming over this bridge. And I want access to the middle, so it's not just going over those two. I suppose I could go for a tunnel again here. How deep is the water? So I'm going to have to go extra deep because I've got the subway here. Although, unless I make the subway go a bit low. But I can also put a bridge across, can't I? Ooh, idea. What if, right? Watch this. Actually, where's the water flowing? I'm going to build an island in the middle. No, that's the wrong thing. Like, this water is... No, I'm not even clicking on the right thing. Am I even thinking? Sval, think before you do. Yeah, it comes out that way. How is an island going to affect that, do you think? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we've got that. And then what we want is a smaller brush of strength 1 to... Not that small, like that maybe. And then just... make it almost... practically vertical, actually. You know, just like a little pillar of that in the middle. Maybe? What do you think? How's that going to look? I think it's going to be alright. We've sort of hollowed that out a little bit as well, which should help. Should help with the flow, anyway. See how that works. Right, so we want... Probably from about there, don't we? We want the road to come out about... No, not that kind of road. That kind of road there. To come out around here. Like, say... that. Which means I can put this one back to what it was. This might attract a lot more traffic and I might have to upgrade that road anyway, but for now we'll leave it like that. Right, let's get back under the ground. Right, you are going to come out... actually, let's start from here. Let's start from here. Let's have that like... Oh no, it did not like that at all, does it? Does not like... Why do you not like that little bit of island? Why are you doing that? That's certainly interesting. See, I don't understand why it's not building to that island. Maybe I need to start from the middle. Maybe I need to start from here. What on earth? Oh, no, it just doesn't like that, does it? Let's... Got page up. There we go. You gonna let me do it? You gonna? That's alright. It'll let me do it like that. Yeah, that's fine. That's doable, isn't it? That's doable. And then if we come across to, say, there, like that. So we've kind of got a bridge at the end of this residential area. We're going to really, really lower house prices here. And then... Where are you? You're under the ground, aren't you? We want you to come out... You want to come along here, maybe. No, wait. I'm going to need to make this come down. And maybe to about there-ish. I want it to be about the same height as that. So we're talking about there, aren't we? And then... See, no, that's too sharp a turn. That's way too sharp a turn. Get under the ground and demolish that. Right, now let's try with this one. How high is that? It's about there. Okay. Now if you come out to about there, don't you? There, and then like that. Yeah. I feel I can live with that. I'm going to obscure that with trees because I don't like the way that looks, especially with that under there. In fact, let's just see if we can bring this up a little bit like that, just so it gets rid of that horrible little bit that was under there. It wasn't looking nice, is what I'm basically trying to get at. It was looking messy. It was looking very messy. Right. So then, there we are. Just random trees there. We'll splatter some more across the hill, just because we needed to make it look nice. There we are. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? That's going to be okay. Okay, and we don't want to connect that up because we don't want people coming through this residential area. We want them to turn off there. I don't mind if traffic gets a bit louder around here. That's fine. I can just shorten that if need be to there and just make it a loop because it doesn't interfere with the buses and whatnot there then, does it? Right, so we've now got that there. So that's the bottom end access sorted. This one is going to be interesting. I'm thinking, right, back to landscaping. What if... Now we need to find out exactly how high the entrance to this bridge is. It's about there, isn't it? It's got to be about... that one there? 100. Is that right? Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? Okay. And we will make that brush larger again, and we will just level this off a bit. That's a surprising amount of depth to it, isn't it? Right, brush size is going to be no, way too big, way too big. Maybe about there? About there, maybe? Yeah, I mean, that's it's not too bad, is it? It's alright, that's alright. And then what we'll do is we will take the high level from here, maybe about there. Bring it right up to the edge. For God's sake, what are you doing, brush? I love it when the brushes mess me around. Right, we'll sort of tampering with that. Okay, so then what I can do is have this one. Where are you? You're there. And then I want... Where do I want it to come out? I want it to be sort of towards the middle of the island. but not so far over it's just perfectly symmetrical. So I'm going to say maybe about, along this curve, about a third of the way in. So that's going to be about there, isn't it? So if I do that, right? And then I bring that in like this. Down you come. How's that look? Yeah, that's not too bad. That's fine. I can live with that. Right, back under the ground we go. Let's hook these two up. There's a straight line out. A straight line to there, and then in like that. Yes, 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 yes. Now, what this here, the purpose of this beautiful, beautiful mound that I've created here, this is going to be like a little raised section. I mean, obviously it's going to be a raised section because it's a raised section, but it's going to be like sort of. That's where I'm going to put like the power plant and stuff. Although I suppose top of the island. I mean, I could put like really, really low density housing there, and make it like a home for that kind of people. So let's just. Huh. I mean, I need some sort of ramp up like this, but I don't think that's really doing it. Do you? It's a little bit steep. Right, let's halve that. Let's halve the strength of this brush and see what happens. Yes. That there is pretty darn nice, and then just smooth it off a little bit so it looks a bit less man-made. I mean, that just looks like a man-made ramp, doesn't it? I mean, that's what it is, but got that there. And then see, I'm just terrible with these tools, especially when they're lagging. Right, let's just. It's going to create quite a steep road as well. Let's just do that. It's not too bad. It's still fairly steep, right? And I want to kind of smooth it off a little bit. But it doesn't look entirely hideous, which I suppose it's not the most ringing endorsement. Well, it's not as ugly as it could be. That's not really what you want to hear. Right, so now let's get this tunnel sorted. There is definitely going to be a tunnel here. Let's start it above ground, as all tunnels must. Boom, no. There we go. And then under the ground you come. Damn it. I did that wrong. Right, you... God. Right, above ground you are. What if... No, I'm gonna have the tunnel come down like this. Just here over this span of whatever it is. It's not too steep. Well, that is most unfortunate. It means I'm going to have to fanny around making this less deep. Why do you not like that? Alright then. Alright, let's just do this. There we go. And then smooth that off, and then smooth that off. Maybe what I really need to do, because that's just going to mess with everything, and that's just not what we want. That's not what we want at all. Let's just put that back as it was, like that. Let's demolish this little bit here, right? And then let's try. No, not demolish. Down, please. There we go. Let's try and get further down under the water. No. There we are. Ooh, we almost have it. We almost have it. Where are you? Yeah, there. And then up you come. Yes. Yes, there we go. We've got our tunnel. We have got our tunnel. Now we just need to get it hooked up. So, this gives us options, you see, because now we have the 3 connection points. We can create a road that goes through the island. I'm going to have one main road run through the middle of it, more or less. Sort of come down and round to there, and then also up and round here. But I'm also going to have a main road running around the edges, kind of inspired by the likes of Manhattan and whatnot, but most cities these days, most major cities that expect to handle a lot of traffic and stuff, tend to have their own ring roads. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the term ring road. It might just be the English name for the thing that's going on, well, the British name for the thing that goes on, because I know there's ones up in Scotland and stuff. A ring road is essentially the road that circumnavigates an entire city to take traffic away from the city centre. I need to... That there looks awful. That there is very clearly a thing that shouldn't be there. So let's just... How am I going to do this? Let's just bring this across like that. Is that helping? Are you helping? It's helping a bit. It's helping a bit. It looks better than it did. Not perfect, but better than it looked. Right, so now we need to think how we're going to hook this up. I still think that a series of roundabouts is going to be our best bet here. So yeah, we'll just get rid of this. Get rid of this. Right, that is the 2-lane road, isn't it? The 2-lane highway, like that. There we are. Right, now. I am going to have to rethink the way this works. So I think we're going to need a series of roundabouts to get this sorted. It's a fairly sizable one, which would be perfectly sufficient in my eyes. Dual roundabouts, what do you think? Could work. Could work. Could be an absolute mess, of course, but could work. Could work. Right. So if I do, see, I don't think I've left enough room there for that. What if I do, well, something like that? What's that catching on? It's catching on things. That's the trouble. Right there. Like that. Now it looks like that doesn't mesh because of the little roundabout. Right, I think we're going to have to get creative here, guys. I think that what I'm going to have to do is create a couple of roundabouts, but in a way that makes more sense than this. So that's one roundabout fed by the others. And then what if from here, this one? How are we going to do this? A roundabout here? A little mini roundabout right here? What do you think? Is that going to work? That might work. That might work. Might not, but it might. It might. Don't knock it till you tried it. Okay, we are going to have to put you somewhere like... let's just rotate it a little bit. Something like that. Ah, see, that's really, really small, and that concerns me. That really concerns me. So let's get the basics sorted first. Let's get this. Let's get this down to... Actually, do you know what? I'm going to make this just a regular old junction. Why? Because we don't know how badly or how well it's going to work, do we? I mean, let's be honest. That is the crux of the issue here. We don't know how this is going to pan out. Get you there. And another one. Get you there. Okay. Now I want this to come down like... Where does it come out of the roundabout? It comes out of the roundabout there, doesn't it? And that would be a good spot for it. Ah! There, and then there, and then... Yeah, like that. And then... That's going to become a very busy junction. And what the hell has it done to my roundabout? Oh, this is not going at all according to plan. Okay, we are going to put in an enormous, a huge ass roundabout. I don't know what an ass roundabout is. Don't ask me. We're going to put in this enormous roundabout, right? And rethink the way we are doing this. Because it is not working at all. It is not working. So let's just get rid of that. You mini roundabout. Yeah, get rid of that. Damn it. Okay. Let's just get rid of that. Let's put on... What was it we wanted? It was that, wasn't it? So if we have you come out of there in a straight line. Okay, and then we put the roundabout, say... there, like that. That's certainly a thing. See, I'm thinking, instead of having that come along there, what I make it do is come along down here. So they're skipping that out, and that leads to here. Yes, I'm overthinking this, admittedly. Very much admittedly, I'm overthinking this. Okay, that is going to need upgrading, because that is not going to be enough. However, that is easy to do. I just do that. And then what we have is... you come up. No, we're going to need to get rid of that. Alright, fine. Go like that. Get rid of that. So let's see if we can curve this round nicely. Ah, see, that's in the way now. Just move. Fortunately, that can be moved just like that. Right, now. You are going to come and get your shit on there. Perfect. Right, we'll see how that affects traffic, because I can't imagine it working well. Oh, no. There we go. Right, now put you more or less back where you were. Okay. Okay, so we've now got that from here. That might make a mess. But we don't want people looping around like that, so we can fix that as well. We can just do this. There you go, problem solved. Okay. Now, we need... what do we need? We can get rid of that. Hang on. What's happening with the connections? Why did I put that in? So I don't want people going that way, did I? Ah, pause to it. We'll just get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then we will put it in like this. So we'll upgrade you to that. Well, I suppose technically downgrading. Well, arguably downgrading. We'll bring you around like this. Boom. We're going to need that one. Okay, and you come from there to there. This calls for another roundabout, doesn't it? It really honestly does. There's nothing that is going to fit this situation quite as well as a roundabout. Which is most unfortunate, because there's very little room for it. Right, let's get you there like that. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this does anything for us. Oh, dear me. Now, instead of that, I'm going to need it to curve around like that, aren't I? That's bonkers, that is. Right, let's just give this a shot. Let's just give this a shot. Right, we're going to have you come up to level with that. Then come round like that. And then go like that, and then... Ah, damn it. Parallel. Nope, nope, no, it's not letting me do parallel. Like that. This creates an interesting interesting road, that's for certain. We're not even working on the island. That looks awful. That just looks wretched, that does. And because of that, it goes round in a weird way. Alright, I think we should just forget about that bit. They're going to end up going through the residential area regardless of how I do this, aren't they? That is most unfortunate. We need to hook it up. Ooh, what if, right, that's that. What if we upgrade all the roads in there to that? Where are you? There, aren't you? There you go. Right, let's just... What? What's your objection to that? What, honestly, what... Oh, come on, you can manage that. Oh, don't be a dunce. Don't be a dunce. Yeah, I'll figure it out by the time we're done anyway, hopefully. Hopefully. Go on. Oh, come on, that works. That's fine. Ah, balls to it. We'll leave it like that, right? And then what we'll do is we will have the fall in here. Coming out of that. Like that. And then up here like this to, say, there. And what we do is we bring it up just a little bit further and hook it across like that. Now I think that's functional. I think that will work nicely. Now that is going to come out there, isn't it? Ooh. Okay, so what I need to do here to make that work is add another one of these. How big are you? Like that. And then that can come out. Kind of like that, I suppose. And then it's not too bad, is it? I need to upgrade this to that road. That's fine. That's fine. And then you need to come along. You need to be that. And then you need to. Is that gonna work? Oh, it does. It comes to just there and then hooks in like that, doesn't it? Yes. And that just leaves this one. Now, that should be fairly fixable just by doing this. Coming out at an angle like that. Into there like that. I mean, you do get roads like this, working like this. Let's just give that a go. You're fine. You're fine. Why? What are your objections here? What is the nature of your problem? What are you objecting to? Honestly. What about these upgraded roads are you objecting to there? Maybe we need to put them back. I really do not know what his problem is here. Anyway, yes, let's carry on with what we're doing. We'll worry about that at a later point. Right, we need to get this down to here. And I'm still going with this kind of road. Why will make no sense to you, but to me it makes perfect sense. What do we want here? A mini roundabout, maybe. Nah, see, that's just not going to work, is it? So well, let's just... That just looks ridiculous. That just looks awkward. Awkward as all hell is what that looks like. Why are we below ground? I don't want to be below ground. I want to be here like this. There we go. Okay. What if... I'm gonna just demolish that. And then demolish... No. Stop. Oh, God, I've clicked the wrong bloody button on my mouse. There we go. Oh, God. I'm screwing with the sensitivity. Right, let's get under the ground and let's just... Right, let's get this dealt with. So we're going to want that to come... We're going to actually want the tunnel to come up facing that way. So if I do this... So it creates that. Okay? And... I'm going to upgrade this road. Oh, it's already that road, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then what I do is I bring it round along to there, and then I'm going to seriously curve that. Down it comes. Like that. Okay, and now under the ground. Just cut that off now. I might have actually been able to leave it as it was now that I've done that. Let's just boom and then up. Up. Like that. Perfect. Now it is the wrong kind of road again. But we can do it. We can fix that just by doing this. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, so you are done. You are done. You are dusted. You are looking fine. If I do... If I want to bring this up so it's kind of to there. So then I can loop that road in and create a T-junction almost. Like this. Like that there. No, that does not look nice at all. Right, I want it to be... See, that doesn't look right, does it? That just does not look right. Maybe I need to bring this one a little bit further. There we go. Okay. Okay, now let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's still very sharp, and it curves around in a weird way here, but I feel like the way to fix that is like that. So we now have another access point there. We have an access point there, and we have an access point down here. That is sorted. I don't even want to think about what's going on with this. I mean, this glitch has been here since the last update, you know, and I don't know what its problem is. So I'm just gonna get rid of. No, can't get rid of that. All right, fine, be like that. Get rid of that. There we go. That brought it back. What was going on? So can I put the other roads back in now? Is it literally just a case of doing that? Hang on. Oh, see, now it's got no objections. There's something quirky going on with this. It really is. Couldn't tell you what. Couldn't tell you what. Not in a month of Sundays. Right, and now if we also bring this road. We have it come along a bit further. That will eventually hook up to here somewhere and link us into other things. But for now, that'll do. Right. We now need to think about how we're going to have the roads arranged in here. Now, I'm going to create a grid in here, okay? There is going to be a grid. But it's not going to be what you think. It's going to be all kinds of interesting shapes. There's going to be straight lines in there, but there's going to be very few right angles, I hope. We will see, we will see. Maybe a trapezium or two. So we need to decide what kind of road we're going to have around there. Now, this is going to be a very populated island. I mean, as you can see, that is almost the size of this section of the city as well. So it's going to be a very, very well-populated island. So we need to think almost concentric roundabouts, I suppose, how we're laying this out. So I'm gonna create a spiral road running the length of it first, and then around that we're gonna figure out how to hook that up to other things. So let's have you come down in a straight line because it pleases us. Pleases us to have a straight line, and then tell you what, I'm gonna get rid of the fertile land because I'm not having farms on here. Does not make sense. Does not make sense to me. Okay, and what I'm going to do is put in some straight lines here. There we go, and then down to maybe there. And then backbone here running straight there, I guess. See, I don't want that. I don't want that, so we might have to do a bit of landscaping here to level that off. So I'm just thinking, I want it to look nice. Yeah, I want it to look very, very pretty. Very, very beautiful. Right, put that up, strengthen that up to 1. There we go. There we go. And I mean, it does make the bottom of that a bit more of a cliff. But, you know, it swings and roundabouts really, isn't it? There we go. Yes. Yes, that is excellent as far as I'm concerned. And then that hooks up. It's going to hook up around here somewhere. Come down in a straight line like that, and then curve off. There we go. And then where are you? You're there. Kind of. We're going to need to make this a bit longer, aren't we? Right. Let's extend that another 1, and this another 1. Just brings them a little bit closer to touching, and then. Yeah, see, that's going to work just like that. And then we need to hook this up. That's a bit too far forward for that. There we go. How's that look? Not too disjointed. Maybe a bit. I mean, you can see the angle there, can't you? So we'll just get rid of that. And then... That's better. That's smoother, isn't it? Right, so there's our main trunk road. And what we're going to want here is kind of a roundabout, I guess. Kind of, maybe something like that there. I mean that's good. That's good spacing. It's very good spacing. I mean that's not the final product. This is not by any means the final product. Okay, this is just giving us a template to work around. So. I'm thinking if I make that curve there part of the roundabout, then I have... Ooh, no. No, because I've got this, haven't I? So if I put in this road here like this, okay? So we have got an angle like that. And then it's going to come down. Let's do it freeform. That's just the way it's going to be. Down to there, and then... See, it's not perfect. I don't want it to be perfect, but I want it to look good. I want this to be a sensible slope. Like that. We might need to tweak some of the landscape around it, but... And this is the important but. We can then have this road. I want just like it flowing around. It comes down in a weird kind of way, doesn't it? Oops. Meant to do that, meant to do that. There we go. Smooth that off a bit. Yeah, that'll do. You know, I don't think that's the best we can do. I do not think that is in any way, shape or form the best that we can do. That'll do. So let's just try bringing it... Try smoothing this hill down a little bit more. Just want it to look nice. I will get to the explaining part as well, explain why I'm doing things, but we're not at the point where I'm actually doing anything yet, are we? What I'm essentially doing here is just landscaping over and over and over again. Oops. Go. Right, now, maybe, just maybe, that'll let us have our way. Crap. He says, and then just immediately balls it up. Right, let's just smooth you out. Yeah, I think that might do it. Let's just smooth that off a bit. That's elevated, isn't it? Right, let's just elevate that a little bit. So it gets rid of it on that side. Gets rid of the indentation on the inside. I don't mind a bit of an indentation here on the outside. Ideally none, like that. That's better. That's far better, that is. Right, let's just bring that along to here in a straight line. One more block, and then what we will do is we will try and come down here. Are you having it? You're still not having it, are you? You're still not having it! I don't know why. Right. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit better. And then down you come to here. Ooh, we might be able to smooth that out. But for now... Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That got rid of all of my problems almost. And there we go. Yeah! Now it doesn't look like it's raised or anything. That is good, that is. And look, no right angle. No right angle there. Might have been a right angle here. Who knows? Oh, genius! Oh, watch this for an idea, right? If I put that there. Line up if you please. Like that, right? Get rid of that. So we now have the road looping round in that way that we want. I'm going to upgrade that, and I'm going to upgrade that. Now, instead of that there, what if, right? What if I do this? Get rid of that. Oh, this is going to be the worst junction I've ever built, but it's going to look amazing. I mean, it's literally going to fall apart. It's not going to work. I can tell you that much for nothing. And there we go. Ah, see, it's done that weird thing again. I don't like the weird kinks. Don't like the weird kinks. There. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So that then comes along like that. We might need to upgrade this to 4-lane motorway. Is that the 4-lane or your 5? Yeah, your 4-lane. Sorry, highway. Highway. It's my way or the highway. There we go. And then bring that up and around. Ooh, what if we go through the mountain? No, that's why we created that, isn't it? We created that specifically for the road to come down. So let's go back on in a straight line to here. Then it comes a bit odd shaped there, doesn't it? So if we then come off a very peculiar angle like that, doesn't really create much of an indentation, which I like. The road then doubles back on itself slightly sharper than it should. That I think will smooth out. We can buff that. That'll buff out. That'll buff out. It's a buff job. There we go. Okay, and then here as well. Excellent. Right, now, this is where it gets interesting. I wanted to create kind of a roundabout here, but I'm thinking maybe just coming into this here like this might be enough. Might be alright. Might be alright. Okay, now the trouble with planning a city before you've got anything going on, you're just laying down roads, is you don't know what problems you're creating because you're not seeing the traffic start to use it. But we can come back to that as and when. I'm expecting this road to become ridiculously busy. I mean, we are talking stupidly ridiculously busy. How am I going to link this up? Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to avoid creating bottlenecks, you see. And if I build a road to here that goes all the way around and up there again, it creates a bottleneck on this stretch. But then if I bring it in here, it creates a bottleneck there. I might be doomed to bottleneck this. We'll just run with it and see what happens. So let's get a road like these kind of grassy verges. That's the suburbia I grew up with. That's the suburbia I know. Okay, that's the suburbia I can live with. Down like that. Ah, see, it's just that steep. Just that steep. Okay, and how about to... Ooh, see, that gives us many, many more options, that does. It's interesting that it chooses to do that. That has got me by the bizarre bits, that has. I cannot understand why it is doing that rather than... smoothing that down a bit. See, now maybe, just maybe, you will let me do this properly. Like, say, that. Okay? Still looks a bit of a mess, but we can smooth that off as well. It's just because it comes out at that angle. It has to do that, okay? That has to be done. That is unavoidable, that mess. We can always have a go at fixing it later on. But, oh no, okay, that mess is not unavoidable. I've just done it in the wrong place. I need the road, believe it or not, to be there rather than as far down as it was. Ah, I done goofed. Right, okay, well, there's nothing new there, really, is there? There's nothing new in me goofing. Okay. Boom. Oh, see, that just looks messy. I don't want it to do that. Well, we're going to have to try and fix it as well. I'm spending way more time on the landscaping than I anticipated I would. Let's just deal with this. Alright, let's just deal with this whilst we can. Whilst we're in a position to. There we go. Okay. Now, we've got that dealt with, kind of, maybe, sort of, perhaps. Let's put that road back in. So, there it is. Right. Ooh, see, I don't like how it's done that. That is not my cup of tea. The reason it's done that is because the slope extends a bit further down where the road is than it does up here. You see the way the contours are sort of kinked around the road at right angles. That's not ideal. But let's try sloping it and not do it with a ridiculously strong brush. See, that's just made it worse. That's just made it way... Right, stronger brush, please. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's not ideal. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Right, it's just... Oh, the brush is too strong. The brush is too strong. Damn it. Right, let's just... Oh, it's not going to have it, is it? It's just going to look horrific, whatever I do here. Whatever I do. I'm going to have to demolish the road and try that again. Okay, road. We've levelled off the ground a little bit more, which should make you a little bit happier, I think. So let's give this a shot, shall we? Let's give it a shot, shall we? Right, let's just pull you down here in a straight line. That kind of angle? Do not approve. I'm not approving of what you're doing, road. I'm not approving. Right, let's just... Ooh, that's looking a bit better, isn't it? It's looking a bit more respectable. Bit more gradual slope. Bit more, and we get there. We do get there. We get there in the end from about here, I think. Ooh, let's see what the final product looks like. There we go. Still not as good as it could be. See, my trouble is I don't fully understand the tools that I'm using. Like that. See, that makes sense to me, but for some reason it's not working. Okay, well that's smoothed that off a bit. It looks alright, don't you think? We're going to need to lower that a little bit, I think. Just like that. There we go. Yeah, that's not... There we go. That's better than it was. That's way better than it was. That looks way, way better than it was. And oh my god, I've been at this almost an hour already. And I'm still just laying road. Still just laying road. Let's just... Right, now that we've got that there, I'm going to lay in a bit of straight there. No, it's not straight road. Right, a bit of straight here. Just like that. And then you can hook up like that. And then we'll draw you along. See, that's just not looking right, is it? It just doesn't look quite right, and I'm not sure why. That looks better. That looks much better. It's done this weird kinky thing to the road again, but you know, we can fix that. We can fix that. We has the technology, right? Let's just put you there like that. Yeah. Yeah, it'll do, it'll do. Okay, so if I create a nice straight bit of road there, like that, and then to there. That is where our that's where our power plant and shit's gonna be. So that makes sense. That looks quite nice, quite fetching if I do say so myself. And that's just done that again. Why have you done that? Do I need to draw it out over a longer straight line, do you think? It just doesn't like that, does it? It just won't, you won't let me have nice things, will you? You're just not gonna. You're not gonna. Like that. I mean, why would you do that? Why? You don't need to. You don't need to. The slope is perfectly sensible. Oh, do you know? I love it when my city argues with me. There we go. See, that just looks awful when it does that. Can't even tell you why. It just doesn't look right. Does not look good, right? And then there we go. And Yep. Yeah, it's kind of coming together. Still not ideal, but it's better than nothing. And then just smooth that off a little bit. See, I don't mind if it looks like it's part of the slope, but it doesn't. Just looks... There we go. Now that looks more sense. That looks better. That looks a lot nicer. And then we'll loop you around like this. Where are we going to go? I'm thinking, believe it or not, that maybe something like that. Oh my good God. It's another thing we're going to have to clean up. Oh, you look awful. But what we've done here is made a thing that I don't think that's as repulsive as it could be. And that generally means we're making progress. There we go. So we've got roads going around like this. They might end up putting in some one-way systems and stuff of that nature, because sometimes, you know, a dude got to do what a dude got to do. I just think it would look nicer. There we go. Right, you've got you up there. Now, if we smooth that off... Yeah, that looks like it just goes along the cliff top, doesn't it? So that's fine. That is fine. So we've now got what is essentially the starting point of our little development. Right. Do you know, guys? And I apologise for this because that's been a pretty dull episode. I've literally just laid a bit of road, but we're coming to the hour mark, and well, what have we got to show for it? We've got some entry points anyway. We've got some entry points. So we've got the 3 entry points with the idea that they will not cause huge tailbacks. I mean, this connects to the highway network. This connects to this industrial in the middle of the city, and this connects to the southern bit. So hopefully it won't be too bad. What I'll get into next time is the internal pattern of the island. But this is sort of, I don't know, the bare bones, as it were. So we'll leave it at that for now. Till next time, guys. Take care, have fun, and ta-ra. If you enjoy my efforts to be vaguely entertaining, you can now support me on Patreon. $1, £1, a yen, €1, whatever you've got, whatever you can spare, all helps. over 1 million fed. Thank you for watching, and ta-ra!